One of the most insidious, widespread, mind-numbing modern inventions is that of a split between fiction and nonfiction. This fiction is often mistakenly assumed to correspond to the classical distinction between poetry and philosophy. In reality, the modern distinction is based on a nominalist misunderstanding of what reality is all about. Nonfiction, for the classics, for our canonical classics, is talk about fiction. Now, talk about talk. You could think of a nonfiction book, in this sense, as a fiction about fiction. It is not a fiction about truth, a fiction that bypasses, let us say, the imagination or poetry. It is a kind of poetry about poetry, or it is poetry that turns back upon itself. One might say, well, what's the point about that? Poetry is about truth. Fiction is about truth. It's just that we speak, and every speech has its way. It is a way of speaking. And so we have better ways of speaking and worse ways of speaking. Otherwise put, we might say we have better and worse fiction. But all ways of speaking should point to the truth. They do, one way or another. Some do it better, some not so good. So then we have what we could call a defense of speech about truth, a defense of poetry. That is what, in a classical sense, philosophy is all about. It is a defense of true poetry, of the better way of speaking. So philosophy as such does not tell us the truth without poetry. No. It defends good poetry while integrating within itself the poetic to the extent that it serves as a model for other poets. There is no such thing as modern non-fiction. That is bad fiction, which mistakes words for truth.